Hi guys. I have not done my dinner, so I'm eating my ramen on stream, okay? Happy New Year, guys. Yeah, free mukbang stream, I guess. I guess. Mmm. Did you have a good New Year and Sunday? It was an okay Sunday. It wasn't too bad actually. It could have been worse. Could have been better, could have been worse. But we take those.
Happy New Year, Miss Ian.
Wait. Miss Saiyan? Is that what he said? Thank you for the resub, Omskaka. Noodles for New Year's, always good stuff. I was just in a ramen mood today. Do you guys eat your ramen with chopsticks or with forks? I've always just grown up eating my ramen with forks. I know it's not very Asian of me, but this is what I'm used to. With hands, okay. Thanks for the tier 3 resubs up, Mark. Spoon? Let's go. First stream of the new year. Pineapple Booty Squad.
Stream of the new year. Pineapple Booty Squad.
Alright, he was just late.
Squad.
Let's go.
One more month till our Twitch baby Kappa.
Thank you for the resub, guys. I can't believe it's 8 months already, or we're heading into our 8th month.
Yo.
Yo. I'm white, but my brother-in-law is Korean, and he taught me to use chopsticks by moving rice from one bowl to another, one grain at a time. I could eat rice with chopsticks, but when it comes to ramen, I don't like using chopsticks for ramen. Maybe because it's so slippery. You guys believe we're in 2023 now? How did everyone spend their New Year's? I was very young at the time, so it's ingrained in me, and I'm glad. Ingrained, get it? Which chopsticks are better than metal? They're more like they stick to the noodles more. I got very sick, but I don't know if it was COVID or strep or what it was. A bunch of people I know got very sick in December. So be careful, guys. In the dark, my city had widespread blackouts. Oh no. How long have you been in the dark for? Okay, MC Rail, have a good shift. Which easy chopstick to use? Chinese, Japan, or Korean chopstick? It's pretty much all the same.
8 months pog message you.
Pog message you. Always funny to hear how the AI struggles to read the text. Miss A Zoo you. How we'd all say her name in the beginning. I want to meet one person who was able to pronounce Jui's name correctly from the very first time they saw it written. I wonder if anybody guessed that it would be pronounced Jui instead of Zuyu. Jui. Jui. If you did try to pronounce it Zuyu, it's sort of similar to how you pronounce it in Chinese, which is Zi. Zi. But we only call her by Jui because that's her name in Korean, but we don't romanize it as her Korean name. So that's where the confusion comes from. Said I'd give my friend $100 if he pronounced it right, and said Chuyu. Yeah, I don't think anybody can. Based on that spelling. Her mom? No. Doesn't count. Para came back on maybe 15 minutes after the new year, but was out for like 6 hours before that. That sucks. So you had to do your countdown in the dark, basically. That's like not a good omen for the start of the year. Well, guys, I mentioned on Friday that I had several dinner parties to go to. One on New Year's Day and one on New Year's Eve, and I am as exhausted as I expected I would be. Happy New Year, Kirby. Yeah, I was already exhausted by the end of Saturday, honestly. And then as soon as the clock hit as soon as the clock hit midnight, honestly, I was starting to feel the Sunday gloom coming in. You know how every Sunday it's a bad Sunday for me usually. I don't know why, but it is. But you know what? This Sunday was better than the last Sunday, and it was one of the worst Sundays, so I'm happy about that. I kept getting offered shots and alcohol because you're supposed to drink for New Year's, right? Champagne, wine. I'm like, no, I'm still recovering from my LA meetup. I was not in the drinking mood. I did drink one shot of some plum wine, which I thought would be fine, but my whole face turned red. I didn't get drunk, but my whole face turned red. Plus, I was already so tired, and I really don't like to drink when I'm exhausted. I feel like it just makes me even more tired. This song was the theme of my life for a while. You must have felt spiteful. I drank my remaining peach soju while watching the Peach Sisters make banana bread. Ooh woo. Pineapple booty train rolling through. There was so much food this weekend. There was so much food. But I ate like nothing. There was also so much meat, like a lot of meat. Chicken, pork, beef, lobsters, and I'm like, holy crap. Just looking at meat is enough to make me full. I have such a huge aversion to meat, I might as well be a vegan at this point. Meat literally like turns me off. When I see a piece of juicy steak, I'm like, oh, I'm so full already. Can't do it, can't do it. Happy New Year, Ada Uramashi. Do you like fireworks? I do. Hmm. Did you see Twice's airport fashion on New Year? I did. I did. I saw the live stream of them arriving at the airport, and they were so cute. So if you guys didn't know, our precious girls, Twice, arrived from Japan to Korea on New Year's Day, and they came out of the airport wearing matching bunny ear hats because it's the year of the rabbit now. And it was just such a Twice thing to do. Like, it was so cute. They were so dorky, and it was so wholesome. Let me find a fan cam for you guys. Someone made a phone wallpaper from it and posted on Twitter. Hi, Tainted Sins. Which one's good? This one looks okay. Looks decent, right? Mm, honestly, let's watch Newson. This was yesterday. Or rather 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Look at him! Oh my god, this is such a Twice thing to do. Honestly. It's so on brand for Twice. And apparently it was Jihyo's idea. It was Jihyo's idea. It was so adorable. Is that Nyan? Or that's Nyan, right? Can't even tell. Can't even tell. Yeah, then Junghyun's ears get stuck in the window. Watch, this is so cute. Rolls it down slightly, slides the ears back in. Hilarious. This is Newson's fan cam of when Twice arrived at the airport 2 days ago in Korea. So adorable. And then all the Instagram posts that came after. You know, let's just go to Twice Spot. Twice Spot. See if it's there. They posted so much. This was such an adorable picture. Actually, I haven't seen their performance in Japan yet. I haven't seen it. Today's airport fashion. That's so cute. They look a little intimidating, though. They're like a gang of bunnies. Oh, Mina posted this. It's Ray wearing bunny ears. Ooh. Oh, but you can see that his eye is starting to go blind, which is sad. But he is like 17 years old at this point. But yeah, I thought this was so cute. I hope Ray lives a long, long, long time. Happy New Year. Adorable. I'm deceased. I'm deceased. But yeah, this picture is so iconic. Also, I'm pretty sure Jihyo tagged Mina and Sana wrongly. Oh. I guess I can't see the tags unless I log in, but I think she tagged this person as Mina and this person as Sana, even though it's supposed to be the opposite way around. She did, right? Happy New Year, love forever. But yeah, I haven't seen their performance in Japan yet, but I heard it got like over 1 million views within like the first hour or so, something like that. Oh, there was this really cute. This. Oh my god. I have literally never seen Jui or Dahyun make those faces ever. This picture brought me joy. Right? I've literally never seen them make this face before. That's a good Jui emote. Might be kind of creepy. That might be kind of creepy. Oh yeah. Oh, this picture is so cute too. Look at him. Precious. Just precious. Did Nyan comment on it? I'll bet she did. Oh. And then that one post from JYP Twice Japan. Oh my god, this killed me. The power this picture exudes. Like, wow. Wow! Bravo, Twice. Amazing. Rest in peace, all of us. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that up there for you guys to look at for a bit and appreciate how powerful it is. My last bite of ramen. Mm-mm-mm. Happy New Year, Arv. Drive safe. Alright, Jonghyun. Are you serious? Wow. Twice Japan performance Kohaku? This one's only 55 seconds though. Is that the right one? No, there's a longer version. There's a longer version. I love having a place to come and just talk about Twice. This is our little safe space. Okay, I'm gonna go to Zard's. Zard EXG? EXG, okay. Because I know that Zard posted the full video. I don't know if he deleted it though. Where is it? Oh, found it. Here, this. Wow, okay. Was that the only song they performed on Kohaku? It was, right? Oh, I can't get over how good Mina looks. I mean, they all look good, but Mina being my bias and the way she's dressed here, insane. Drop Dead gorgeous. 2 kilograms though? Really? That's insane. That's actually so heavy. I love. What else have I missed? What is this? I was like, this is too many members to be just Twice. Ooh. Sana's outfit is so pretty. See, who else outfit did I really like? Obviously Mina's. Well, I mean, they all look real. Oh, I like Jui's outfit here too. I like it a lot, and I like Chaeyoung's outfit too. Yeah, I don't really keep up with Nitsu. I don't even know how to pronounce their name. Niju, Niju, or Nitsu. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Hello there. Hi, J. Croges. Yeah, so I have not been keeping up with much of K-pop because I was extremely busy this weekend. But there has been a few big breaking news in K-pop. So out of nowhere, it was breaking news. All of YG's groups have left YG. and supposedly join the Black Label. So it was Blackpink, Icon, like a whole bunch of groups left YG, right? And then the thing is, guys, the Black Label is literally owned by YG. The buildings are next to each other. There is no difference. Yeah, they're basically moving to the room upstairs. So, but you know what? It made headlines and it made a splash because like Blackpink leaves YG. Like you don't even care what comes after that. That's gonna grab your attention, right? And then shortly afterwards, a news report came out saying, "Oh, YG denies Blackpink having left YG to go to the Black Label." And then, like right after, YG posted a teaser of their new girl group. So obviously, this whole thing was media play, right? And you know what? It was very clever. YG is amazing at media play and publicity, so I'll give it to them. Marketing 101. Icon went to a different agency, no, same agency as BI. I don't really follow Icon. I don't know. Did they go to another agency? Icon, YG. Let me see. Yeah, so Icon actually left YG. But at the same time, a whole bunch of other articles came out saying like all these other groups were leaving YG as well. So I feel like maybe they posted all those media play articles to, distract you from the news of Icon leaving. Media play is YG's specialty. You gotta be good at media play to succeed, honestly. You have to be good at getting that publicity. Something I wish JYP was better at doing, honestly. TTT or Fancy? TTT. Fancy has not aged well for me, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. To downplay all the other news. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I thought this is basics, but I thought this was Ditto by New Jeans. I did watch the New Jeans comeback music video. You know what? I want to know what you think about it. Okay, it doesn't matter if you don't know who New Jeans are. I'm gonna show you this K-pop music video that came out yesterday, and I want to know your opinion on it. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't know anything about New Jeans or K-pop, that's okay. It's okay. Just go into it as a blank slate. I want to know your opinion on this music video that came out yesterday. Okay? Cuz I watched it and my jaw fell and I was taken aback. I've seen Ditto, so I was sort of expecting something similar to the Ditto music video going in, but I did not expect what I saw. Okay. All right. Um, New Jeans. So it's called OMG by this group called New Jeans. By the way, I still don't know why their name is New Jeans. Like, what does it mean? Okay, just it's gonna be a little weird. It's gonna be a little weird. Just bear with me and just watch this video and let me know what you think. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought the subtitles were on. All right, start over. Also, I thought this was Jungyeon at first, or it looked like Jungyeon at very first glance. Am I crazy? I'm crazy. All right. Same. What the fuck? What the fuck? Product placement much? Okay. The first watch through, I'm not gonna make too many comments or my theories. I just want you to watch this and tell me what you think, okay? What the fuck? Trippy. Catchy? See. Kind of sounds like Sana there. What the hell is this? That bear looks like it's seen some things. Like I can barely hear the song because there's so much going on in the music video. But that was from the Ditto universe. No, the bear in the corner is not part of the music video. Oh, this is so trippy. Yeah, there's so much to look at, right? Hold on, it gets even trippier. It's so meta. It's too much information, right? Hold on, that's not the end. There's a little bit more. Okay. Okay, thoughts. They broke the fourth wall a billion times. Okay, thoughts, everybody. Thoughts, everybody. Let's go. Let's hear them. Let's hear them. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were you confused? The first time I watched this, I was like, immediately replay, replay. We gotta see it again. Weirdly unique, but a gem. Liked it, but liked it all more. Okay, to be honest, the very first watch, I could barely hear the song because there was just so much visual stimulus. But at first listen, I would definitely say I prefer Ditto more. We'll give it some time and see if this one grows on me or not. But yeah, Ditto is definitely better right now than OMG, in my opinion. Ditto is unbeatable. Too much information in the MV made me not focus at the song. Yeah, yeah, interesting. Ditto better overall, but OMG has a better chorus. This might be crazy, but New Jeans is carrying the whole fourth gen. Okay, guys. This is my honest opinion about this music video. The very first time I watched it, I was like, what the fuck? But also, I'm impressed and I want to stand. Thank you for the resub. People arrive. People arrive. Yeah, I think this music video is absolutely iconic. It's iconic, and it definitely it redefined the meta for the fourth generation. Okay, I know the first time you watch it, you're like, what the hell? Like, what did the director take? But you know what? Even if it's a whole clusterfuck of nonsense, it makes people talk, right? And it gets you to replay it at least one more time. So I think it was pretty. I think at least the effort was there. A plus for effort, honestly. Whether it was genius or not, I don't know. But I thought in terms of telling a story and presenting a lore, I thought they excelled at it. I thought this absolutely sets the bar for fourth generation. I liked the fourth wall breakage. I liked how meta it was. I liked how just all the little components that they added to it. It didn't make sense, but it also could make sense if you try hard enough. And that's where they get the fan engagement, right? Like, obviously none of it doesn't make sense unless you think about it. And I think that they did really well there. They did really well in making people think. Yeah. It doesn't help the fact that in the Ditto they play the chorus instrumental of the song. Ditto as a song itself, I would definitely listen to Ditto over OMG. I don't really care too much about the song, but I thought the music video was just amazing, and I hope to see more from New Jeans like this. Yes. It was intriguing. I felt mentally stimulated. And whenever I'm mentally stimulated by anything, I'm impressed. So, I'm impressed. But also, I want to read like a breakdown and an actual theory of what this all meant. Okay. At first, I was like, are they ghosts? Are they in the afterlife? Is this a continuation of the Ditto music video? Or are they just, in the psychiatric hospital? Like what is it here? Like, I feel like this is an allegory for something deeper, and I don't know what. I want that director to do the next Twice MV TBH. I've noticed some of Twice's recent MVs have been played by a lot of CGI that isn't aging well. I think we could dial it back a bit. I wish that JYP could be more innovative. I wish they would hire somebody more innovative than whoever they have right now. Like, Twice's MVs are great, but they're not like this. They're not anything like this. And to be fair, this this is pretty fourth gen, and I like we rarely see anything like this prior to fourth gen. But yeah, it would definitely be better if Twice's music videos had more innovation. If I were to compare this to Twice songs, OMG is like the Knock Knock of New Jeans, Hype Boy Ditto, OMG. I don't like New Jeans songs, even Hype Boy and Attention and Hurts. Like I don't. It's okay. It's just okay, you know. But like, it's nothing like nothing like Baby Blue Love, you know. But I definitely appreciate and respect the effort, the amount of effort they're putting into the production of this group. And I respect the effort. I don't care if I don't like the song. I respect the effort. Okay. The most innovative thing we have gotten from JYP recently is NMIXX Change Up. Even no, they need to do better. Okay, JYP needs to do better if they want to keep up in the race. Okay, they need to do better. It's unacceptable what they're doing now. New Jeans OMG and Irene and Sergey's Naughty are probably the last two K-pop MVs that really blew me away. No one has storyline MVs anymore. It's not only that, like some people will attempt a storyline music video, but it's gonna be chaotic and literally makes no sense. Okay. But this, it makes no sense in a very satisfying kind of way. I don't know how to describe it. It's like on the brink of making sense if you just think about it a little more. So you want to put in the effort to make theories and like think about what they're doing. I am not a New Jeans stan, but I very much appreciate the effort their company and their team is doing and putting into their lore. Oh yeah, I don't give a crap about Gwangya. Like okay, SM. What is wrong with SM? What is wrong with SM? Like they are falling so far behind, and I do not care about NCT like 360. I do not care about Gwangya. I do not care about whatever they're doing right now. What are they doing with their brand? Like, just I don't know. Like SM is chaotic now. I have lost all faith in them. Higher any day. Not shade on NCT 360. You know what? NCT is someone's cup of tea, but it's not my cup of tea. Okay. And ever since the moment that Isuman announced that he was going to adopt this AKB48 style and apply it to his new boy group, I was like, no, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. And I don't think it's working. I really don't think it's working. Like, sure, they have fans, but this whole rotation concept, like subunits, and I don't think it's catching on. Honestly, I don't. So I think they should really scrap that idea and just go back to the regular K-pop formula, in my opinion. Okay. SM is not capable of being just being normal. It's wild. I mean, New Jeans isn't normal, but they're innovative. They're innovative and intriguing. Surprised they don't make a new boy group instead of the NCT system. All the new add-ons barely get any attention. That's the thing. I think the general public is really just tired of the NCT concept. Like they don't get any real spotlight at all, because nobody cares anymore. We'd rather get a whole new boy group than another NCT subunit. Like there's like 10 subunits already, and I have lost track of like who's who. I just know that Mark is in every subunit. It's hella confusing, and I just don't think it's catching on. It's not going to happen for Twice or even ITZY. They're too far into their careers for that kind of shift. Maybe NMIXX. I agree. I definitely agreed. It'll be a total rebrand at this point, and it's not for Twice or ITZY. But NMIXX still has a chance, and they better not fail my babies. Yeah, SM is trying a little too hard to get ahead of the curve. But like they're taking innovation to the next level, to a point where it just goes over our heads, and like nobody can really buy into it. Oh yeah, and Superm is coming back. I do not care about this group full of men. If New Jeans continues with this sound, the concepts will be so calming. True. Although this is not like my favorite sound in K-pop. Not my favorite sound. What would be my favorite sound? Honestly, I'll just say twice. I'll just say twice. Thoughts on the new GOT song? Oh, we'll get to that in a bit. We'll get to that in a bit. Okay, this part obviously is talking about fan idol relationships, right? The relationship between fans and idols. What others say about me versus the real me. Okay. Thanks for the resub, Cherry Coke. This has to be some kind of, like metaphor for the whole idol fan relationship, right? I exist for you, okay? I will show you what you want to see. I will speak for you. I will sing for you. This fan letters, right? Fan letters. Doesn't matter who I am anymore, like losing their identity. I exist for you. And idol exists for their fans. This I have no idea. Also, I can tell all the members apart now. I can. Symbolism for how fans treat idols like their smartphones for info and entertainment. I mean, our idols basically live on our smartphones now, right? Right? Like Twice basically lives in our smartphones at this point for us. That's how we connect to them. That's the only way most of us will ever connect to them. It's through our phones. Okay, so she's the doctor. She's going around collecting all these girls and bringing them in a truck to the hospital. I'm not sure what her story is exactly. Okay, she's watching a blank screen, so the doctor comes to collect her. This girl likes to doodle on everything, so she gets locked up in a hospital. This is herself. This is herself. Hain has princess syndrome. Hisu also says it in the description of one of her videos. Ah, okay, okay. La Boom, Cinderella, Subway, Little Mash Girl, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, The Revenant. What is happening here? Hey, Little Match Girl is Snow White mixed together. It was also from The Revenant. I don't know what this bear means. Yeah, this song I don't really have too much opinion on. Maybe it'll grow on me. Like like I don't understand this part. This part's so meta. Okay, and then she's just imagining everything? My brain feels a little tickled. Don't understand what his deal is at all. Like, he's also a patient here, or what? Okay, this part obviously they're mocking the haters. Cause she's like, "Oh, time's up." Meaning that person is a patient at the hospital as well. How are they saying keyboard warriors on Twitter are belong in mental hospitals? Yeah, I'm too early. There's no viable theories yet. I'm confused, but I like that it made me think, and I like that they're breaking barriers and doing something completely new. My brain feels a little bit tickled. My brain's a little tickled, but I respect the effort here. I respect it fully. Have you seen the Ditto theory? I've seen several Ditto theories. Yeah, like there's supposed like her friends died, and then she can't let them go, so she still sees them through her camera, and then in the end, she finally lets go and gets together with the guy, something like that. But yeah, imagine if Twice had anything similar to this music video. That would be astonishing. New Genius Jetter Island Edition. Yeah, it's not like a typical cookie cutter MV. I like that. I like that they've been putting a lot of effort into everything. Imagine like this kind of music video for Twice. Oh, I would give anything to see something like that. Maybe they'll do that with a subgroup. Misamo? It's possible. It's possible. But yeah, I think it would. I I don't see it happening, but it'd be really cool. Basics can have them emulate this. Can it really? I don't feel JYP has this kind of creative direction in their current leadership. I fully agree. I think a lot of agencies lack this kind of creative direction, this innovation. I don't know if they can pivot that much anymore, because if they do something like that, they would be labeled as copying the new jeans. I don't know about that. I think going forward, a lot of K-pop groups are going to be doing music videos similar to this, or they'll be trying to add lore into it. They're gonna definitely take elements from this style of music video. If Misa will tab mix, like mashup? No, not today. I think Misa has gaslit me. I hear Ditto and Basics and vice versa now. You know what? Somebody made a good mix. Somebody made a good mix on TikTok. Let me see if I can find it. Basic Ditto mashup. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not here, but it was on TikTok. Yeah, somebody on TikTok made a really good mashup with both Basics and Ditto, and yes, they saw my vision exactly. Yeah. Also, guys, today might not be a very long stream because my social meter is just absolutely drained from the weekend. I did so much. I had to socialize a lot. So it's the holidays. It's always tough at this time of year. And then there's Chinese New Year coming up soon too. So I'm gonna be really, really busy. I know. I know, socializing, right? Will we get a little Maple story later? Maybe, if you really want it. If you really want it. I just got here. No, we're not ending right now. We're not ending right now. Just saying it might not be as long as usual. Touching grass can be draining. I know. I was supposed to touch grass again this Thursday, but I don't think I'm gonna go. I'm absolutely drained. Oh yes, I was gonna talk about GOT. What is Girls on Top? Okay, I'm just gonna come out straight and say I don't like the song. Okay, like what the fuck is SM doing? Okay. So I'm not in a rush to watch that performance right now. I the song isn't officially out, but they performed it on this SM Town end of the year concert. And yeah, I mean, my bar for SM is already very low, so as much as I liked their debut song, I kind of knew this one was gonna be not as great, and it wasn't. So we can say that for a bit later. Girls on Top. Yeah, so if you didn't know, SM has this subunit called Girls on Top, which is basically composed of female idols from every generation of girl groups within SM. So they got Sergi, they have Wendy, they have Taeyeon, they have Hyoyeon. Who else? Karina and Winter and Boa. Yes. Did you see the YG Baby Monster trailer video from a couple days ago? I did not. Oh yeah, so YG's new girl group, is it confirmed to be called Baby Monster? YG Baby Monster. This one? Okay, to be fair, when Blackpink first came out with their name, nobody liked it either. And you know what? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with Baby Monster. I like Blackpink and I like Baby Monster. Okay, just to make sure, Jinny from NMIXX is not in this group, right? I can barely even see what they look like. Hold on. Okay. Looks like another New Jeans-esque kind of group. Wow. Wait, she looks a bit like Jenny. She gives me Jenny vibes. This girl looks like one of the New Jeans members. Hetty? Kane? She's like a mix of Jenny and Stardew. I can't really see her face. Who is that? Oh my god, okay. Young. They're definitely pretty. How many members is it? Is it 9? Or 7? It's 7 members, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 23? Hi, Bo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know that's Lisa. I know that's Lisa right there. Okay, 7 members. 7 members, just like NMIX. I wish like we could see the members close up. We're watching the trailer for YG's new girl group. Coming soon. Well, I mean, YG's only really had one style, right? Like 21 and then Blackpink and then maybe Monster, right? Like I barely see a difference between all of these brands. But you know what? That's okay because you know why fix something that's not broken. But yes, I don't know when they're coming out. Does it say anywhere? Coming soon. Well, we don't know what that means. If Teddy is producing for them, then they aren't going to be much different. Yeah, I don't see their debut concept and their style of songs as anything too different from what we already hear from existing YG groups. Ginny will be in the Black Label NGT. It's YG is never going to have a given date until the last minute. Yeah, I don't think I'll stand just because I really don't like YG as a company. I don't like the way they deal with things. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe there's a member in there that I really like. So much untapped potential from Blackpink. What do you mean by that? You mean with the amount of times they get just trapped in a dungeon and they can't release any music? Remember when we were kids and YG was cool? Were they ever? Also, their songs are all super similar. I wish they would change it up a lot more than they have been changing it up. Jisoo having a solo this year? Wasn't she supposed to have a solo like 2 years ago? What happened to that? Everyone eats up their releases, so why change what's not broken? Yeah, yeah, you know what? Exactly. Like as long as they're getting the money for it, like why change it up? Blackpink has unexplored musical potential because their tracklist is so small for a 6-year-old group. There hasn't been the room to grow or experiment because they have to stick to Teddy's formulaic BP sound. I feel like that's a YG problem overall. Teddy's like the sole producer for like all their groups. And it's very formulaic. It's very formulaic. But unfortunately it works. It works and it sells, so it'll continue to be formulaic. Wait, I think I'm getting a little too old for K-pop, and the landscape is changing really quickly. So I feel like I don't think I'm gonna really get into another group after Twice. Like I'll still watch, you know, all the new releases and stuff, especially the girl group releases. But I don't have the energy in me to stand another group. Like I thought Girls' Generation was gonna be my last group, but then Twice came along. Okay, but now I really feel burnt out from all of K-pop. Maybe if I took like a 2-year break from all of K-pop and came back, maybe you know, Maybe I'll have it in me to stand someone else, but no. At this point, I think Twice is it. 27 more years of Twice. Yeah, like Christmas without. All you need is Twice anyway. True. That's how I feel. I'm too old to stand another group like Twice. I can still be a casual consumer or whatever, but the groups are getting younger and the music is going over my head. Also, we are all inevitably growing older, okay? Even if you started standing Twice when you were like 13, okay, you're probably 20 by now if you stand them from the beginning. And we all have responsibilities. Our lives are gonna catch up to us. I want to focus on my life now. I don't have the time or energy to focus on Korean celebrities and singers. Like, I'm ready to put this effort into myself. New Jeans just fills the void while they rest. I don't know. It doesn't fill the void for me, but it's fine. Yeah, it's getting older. I feel old for new K-pop even though I'm not that old. Well, if you're 53, I mean, not that old. Honestly, in my opinion, K-pop has lost the appeal that it once had, like 10 plus years ago when I first got into it. But that's only natural, right? You can still be a fan when you get older. Of course, you can be a fan no matter what age you're at. But just personally for me, because I started so young as a K-pop fan, I feel like I've seen it all. Like, there's nothing left for me in this barren landscape. Like, I've had my run. It's kind of hard to be invested now. Yeah. Like, we have jobs, some of us have families, some of us have kids, like, when we're growing up. Question is, when are they going to release teasers for the English single? Come on, let's go, JYP. It could be coming out January 31st for all we know. K-pop doesn't feel quite as big as it did maybe a few years ago. On the contrary, in my opinion, I think K-pop is absolutely huge and bigger than it has ever been. I think it is more globalized than it has ever been, and it will keep getting bigger and bigger. K-pop has lost some of its charm. The songs aren't as catchy, the concepts aren't as unique. I don't know. The last 2 years, I've been listening to more and more Japanese music video again. I thought you meant you were. I thought you meant you've been watching the Japanese version of more and more. Like, huh? I got it. Yeah, so I've been into K-pop for about 12 years. This is my 12th year. So as a 12-year-old veteran hag, okay, to me, K-pop is like the chapter on K-pop is closing now for me. Yeah, more and more actually has a Japanese version. It does. It's basically the music video is the same as the Korean version though. Interesting opinion. Do you think some of these newer K-pop groups will get the same international appeal as big names like BTS, Blackpink? I think it's possible. I think it's possible because K-pop is starting to become so normalized in the West. Companies are aware of that and they're tailoring their sound to be appealing to the West more, in my opinion. For example, I think New Jeans songs are very appealing in the Western Hemisphere. That's my opinion. So I think there's definitely potential. There's definitely potential. I wonder if Twice would be like My Girl's Generation to you. I still can't see myself dedicating myself to a group as much as I do for Twice. The thing is, with Girl Generation, I only stand them for really three years. So it wasn't nearly as long as I did with Twice. And I was still pretty young when Twice came out. So it's like I still had that, that K-pop blood in me. But at this point, I don't think so, not anymore. Do you regret anything about the K-pop chapter of your life? I regret spending a little too much on Girls' Generation merch back in the day. I regret spending thousands of dollars collecting photo cards, collecting fan site merch. Yeah, I went all out. I regret it because I did not have the means to afford it, and I overestimated how much it would mean to me in the future. I was like, you know what, I'll buy everything now, and then you know what, my future self will make back the money. It's fine. But now I just have a bunch of merch just sitting in a box, just collecting dust, and I regret it. I do regret it. Do you regret anything twice related? Do I regret anything twice related? Oh, I didn't. I didn't spend that much on merch for twice because I learned my lesson from Growth Generation. I regret not streaming sooner. Like, imagine I started streaming like 2020, even 2019, when I was still like in the thick of it, in the thick of twice. I think it would have been fun. It would have been fun. But back then, oh my god, I wouldn't even go on Discord cam. I would not FaceTime anyone. I was so camera shy. Like whenever my friends would they would film a video and then they would like come to me, I would just like I'd cover my face and just hide. Kind of annoying. Yeah, I would probably be translating on stream. Any regrets related to the translating business? Uh Hard to say because everything I did while translating as Misayon made me who I am today. So it's like, do I really have any regrets? I mean, if I could redo it all over, I probably wouldn't put as much effort into it as I did. I really wouldn't. You still have your SNSD merch. I kind of feel that now with Kara. I bought everything I could for them just because I was a fan. That's what I felt I had to do. But now I just have a bunch of albums. The songs are good, but I have no desire to listen to them. I'm pretty sure I have my SNSD merch somewhere. I don't know where. It's somewhere in a storage in Canada. When I eventually get a house, I'll bring it all over and put them up in my display room. I think there's also a good thing with you starting streaming last year. Your community is filled with only nice people. I'm worried that if you started earlier, some toxic fans might come flooding here. That's true. That's true. So in a way, I don't really regret my journey with Twice and streaming. Like, I am a firm believer that, you know, whatever is meant for you comes at the perfect time. That's meant for you. So I don't really dwell on those kind of thoughts. You're definitely right, though. If I started streaming earlier, while I was very active as Misayan, our community might have been a lot more toxic. Oh no! Breaking news. Dahyun has COVID. Yeah, they just posted it. Is it her first time getting COVID, or is it the second time now? So JYP just announced, hello, this is JYP Entertainment. Twice Dahyun has tested positive for COVID-19 on January 3rd. Yeah. Hope she gets well soon. I wonder if this, because she was sick while they were filming the last TTT too, so that really sucks. That she keeps getting sick. That was November. Oh, has there actually been any toxic people in your chat or Discord? Nope. We just instant ban them as soon as they show up. That was mid-November. Everyone getting COVID today. Dahyun, half of IVE. Jaehee from Weekly. Yeah. COVID is still, unfortunately, still a very real thing. Is it her first time getting COVID, or is it her second time? I've lost track of which members have gotten COVID and which ones haven't. I hope this means she doesn't get to participate in promotion for the English single. You mean you hope this doesn't mean that? Didn't Sana get COVID? First time, Sana and Jihyo got COVID before, and then Momo, Nayeon, and Mina and Jui got COVID. First time, okay. Okay. That would make sense. Honestly, there was a time when these 안녕하세요, 조아피입니다 notices would be a lot more traumatic than they are nowadays. Like back then, we just kept getting a series of 안녕하세요, 조아피입니다 notices, and oh my god, every single time it was like trigger response in me. Just like, what's happening now? Like, what's going on now? Like, what's the problem now? What a bad start for a year. I know. It's unfortunate. Yes. Keep your masks on, everyone. Keep your masks on. I always still wear my mask outside no matter what I do. Just in case. The video of Jiho running to see Sana after quarantine is one of my most treasured Twice memories. Me too. Twice is such an old group that nothing surprises fans anymore except if it's something really drastic. Yeah, I'm pretty numb to everything now. That video went viral even to other fandoms. I know, it was my tweet that went viral. That tweet ended up getting over 90,000 likes. And I had it as my pinned tweet for a while. Like back then, no matter what I tweeted, it would basically go viral. There's no clout in it. There's no clout in it, guys. After it continually happens, it's just like, okay, well, it's whatever. But because my tweets always went low-key viral, everyone kept asking me to post whatever they wanted to go viral. They'd be like, can you please post this video of Sana? Can you please post this? Like, humble bragging. Okay, well, it's the truth, guys. It's the truth. Okay? Take credit for the things that you deserve. Also, I get no clout from talking about these kind of things, so it's just like it's whatever for me. It's just stating a fact, like a history fact. Do you have any New Year resolution? I think you mentioned it last time, but I forgot. Nope, I don't have a single New Year's resolution. I'm coming up with goals for myself all the time anyway, so I figured why bother with one. I do have a few questions for you guys this time. I do. And a few things I want to talk about. One is I now really want a cat. I want a cat instead of a dog. Okay, I've wanted dogs all my life. Okay, but yesterday I met this really, really gorgeous, beautiful, cute cat called Misu. Okay, her name was Misu. And I was like, hi Misu, I'm Misa. Nice to meet you. Misu! Oh my god. The thing is, guys, I've never really had too many friends who own cats. Like, all my friends own dogs. I don't know anyone who actually owns cats. But yesterday, I met a friend's cat named Misu, and I always had this stereotype in my head that cats are unaffectionate, cats are unloyal, you know, cats are like cold compared to dogs. Okay, I've always pictured myself having a very affectionate pet. Okay, but Misu was so affectionate and adorable and reminded me of myself. Okay, because Misu is kind of shy, and Misu will like stare at you from behind the stair railings. And then, you know, like Misu will come over to you and poke you and ask for like a little pet. And then after a while, Misu will just run away. Like, okay, I'm done now. Like, I'm good. Bye. And then later it's gonna come back and be like, okay, I'm here for more pets. I was like, oh, that's so me. It's my spirit animal. Because that's exactly me. Like, I will come to you for affection randomly, abruptly, and I'll demand it. Be like, hey, give me affection right now. And then after a while, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm bored now. Bye. And I'll come back later. You know. Give me time to rest, I'll come back later. But yeah, so but dogs are like just consistently affectionate, like all the time. And it's like they always want cuddles, they always want pets. I'm just like, you know what, I would like that, but I think it would be too high maintenance. So, anyways, after I met this very affectionate cat named Misu, I now really want to get a cat of my own. And fun fact, Misu was actually a shelter cat. A shelter cat. My friend's family adopted her because she was so affectionate and clingy the day they went to the shelter. And they're like, we gotta have her, gotta have her. What kind of color cat? Misu, she was black and white. But her head was so tiny. I was like, small face queen. This was Misu. And I thought she was just so gorgeous. White nose? Nope. Cats are really easy to take care of. I recommend. I've, guys, I've grown up. I spent all my life thinking I wanted a dog, and this is the first time in my life I've actually been inspired to own a cat. And so I know nothing about cats. Cats are very low maintenance pets. That's attractive. That's attractive. But I do want a cat that's somewhat affectionate. I don't want a cat that like doesn't care who I am, doesn't know who I am. You know? Oh my god! Small Minori even met the cat too. The cat smelled Small Minori and gave her a little boot. So she wants a cat now too. Yeah, I don't even know like what color cat I want. I have no idea. I just want a pretty cute cat. Affectionate but not full of nonstop energy. Exactly. I cannot deal with high maintenance pets. A dog that looks like a cat. Basically, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I really have no idea like anything about cat breeds. Black cats are good for hunting mice. No mice here, no mice here. Yeah, so I have no idea like what I'm even looking for in a cat. What are we looking at? My future potential cat? Like I never bothered to pay attention to cats like at all because I'm like no I'm not I'm a dog person not a cat person so like I'm not gonna spend any mental energy on them. Scottish Fold. Oh, the tiny little ears. Did they come in other colors? Oh, they're very chubby. They're very chunky. They come in other colors as if it's an iPhone. I mean, you know, I do want a cute one, a cute cat. What Changyeon and Jihyo has. Like, that's a gray one, a gray cat, right? Munchkins. Like, this kind of color would be cute. The thing is, guys, I really like when they have white paws. I think white colored paws are just so adorable. So ideally, I would like my cat to have white paws. So they could be black everywhere else, but I want the paws to be white. Ragdoll cats? Never heard of that before. Ragdoll cats. Oh, like these kind of cats. Yeah, I don't know about this. My aunt had a cat that was very furry like this, and she was so terrifying. So I don't have good memories with cats with very long hairs. British short hair. You gotta have the cat adopt you when you go to the shelter. British short hair cat. This looks very similar to the Scottish Fold. I don't know. I guess I'll just go to a shelter one day and see which cat wants to adopt me. Okay, because I need to see that the cat is affectionate. Okay, that's my primary goal. Are there cat cafes you can go to? Not that I'm aware of. Not in New York. Once you lock eyes, you will know if that's your cat. Really? Really? Ooh, okay. I've never even heard of cat shelters. Oh. So are these like previously owned cats or just like stray cats? A cat has adopted me recently. Ooh woo. Strays and rescues. Oh man. Okay, but guys, I also saw this video of this lady on TikTok trying to bathe her cat, and she got scratches like all over, and she was bleeding. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want that kind of cat. I once visited a friend, and in their house, I found a heck ton of Siamese cats. Siamese cat. They can be pretty, but one thing I don't like is when a cat is too skinny. When it's too slim, it kind of scares me. Oh my god. Hairless? No. 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 I can't do cats like this. I cannot do cats like this. Oh my god. No. Listen, I'm sure their souls are precious, but holy shit, that is terrifying. That is terrifying. I would never pet it. Oh my god! No! No! Oh! 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 That's a brain! That's a brain! Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Okay, I need them to be furry, because, okay, I need the cat's fur to be soft, okay? I need it to have fur. They don't look cute. They don't look cute at all. Sorry, I don't think they're cute at all. It's got feelings, but yeah, they're ugly. Well, I'm not talking to it directly. I'm just saying it's, it's kind of creepy looking. Happy New Year, Felpin. Oh, it's like a brain. It's like a brain. Anyway, we will not be revisiting those hairless cats. Let's see. Cutest cat breeds. Alright, what are the cutest cat breeds? British short hair. Bengal? This looks like a mini like jaguar or cheetah. Oh, I would prefer a cat with shorter hair, shorter fur. This kind of long fur, I don't think I want a cat like that. No to Siamese. Ooh, Munchkin, cute. Persian. Wait, these can look very cute. These can look very funny too. Look at the little faces. No. The cat needs to have some fur, but not too much fur. Yeah, this cat's got too much fur, I think. Scottish Fold, cute. Burman? Russian Blue? Burman cat. I need a cat with a good temper, okay? The temperament needs to be appropriate. I guess there's really no point like looking through these top 10 lists because I'm just gonna have the cat adopt me when I go to the shelter. What breed is the cat from Sailor Moon? What breed is Artemis from Sailor Moon? Intelligent domestic cat from the planet Mao. So basically, an alien cat. Tabby cat. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the shelter one day and have a cat adopt me, and we'll see. Because I could decide on a breed now, but that might not be the breed I end up with. Uwu? I don't know. Ever since meeting Misu, I just think cats are just so adorable. And at this point in my life, I need a low maintenance cat. Okay, because I'm gonna be traveling a lot, and I cannot have a high maintenance pet. Shelter live stream. I don't know. They might get scared of the phone. Samoyed dog is very cute. Yes. There are a lot of dogs that I want to have. If I get a cat, I'll name her Mayu. See, I had this idea, like I had this confirmed name for my dog. If I ever got one, it was gonna be Mandu. Mandu, which means dumpling in Korean. But I cannot name my cat Mandu. Mandu is not a cat name. Hi, Ange. So I need to rethink this. I need to brainstorm cat name ideas. Name the cat Misa. That was not cute enough. Not cute enough. Mista Jr. Ah, cute. Name it Ron? No. Ron is not even a cat name. Once again. Yeah, so yesterday I went to a dinner party at my friend's house. My friend actually works as a chef at a Michelin star restaurant. Um, and then he invited us to go over to his restaurant this Thursday to sample some of his cooking. And I was like, that's a great idea, but I'm just so exhausted and so drained. I need like several consecutive days to rest. Not a 5-star Michelin restaurant. I think it's like a 1-star Michelin restaurant. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. This friend went to the Culinary Institute of Arts or America, Culinary Institute of America. I don't know. It's the CIA, whatever it stands for. And he's actually pretty talented. And you know how I feel about people who chase their dreams and are passionate about what they do, right? So very proud of him. Your homie and agent, yes, yeah, the CIA, the Culinary Institute of America. Maybe some other day though. Some other day, but not this week. I need my rest. Need my rest. And also, oh, used to be my dream to be a Michelin star chef. Your friend is so cool. You're about to expose my war crime. What war crimes? Siumai? Siumai. Maybe. Now you got me thinking about cat names. Yeah, so yesterday, this friend cooked us all a homemade Mexican dinner. It was like homemade tacos, and we also had steak. And it was very nice. And then afterwards, we all played Mario Party. Yeah, so I recently got Mario Party, and oh my god, it's like I'm living my childhood again. I love Mario Party, guys. Like, if you ever come over to my house, all we're gonna play is Mario Party, okay? It's like my go-to party game. Did I mention how much I love Mario Party? And I'm competitive. I'm competitive, okay? And I expect you to be too if you're gonna be playing Mario Party with me. Not like toxic competitive, just, you know, competitive enough for it to be fun. The one with all the old games and maps, right? Yeah, yeah, that one. Have you tried Pummel Party? I have not. My friends have been asking me to play, I just haven't gotten to it. What character do you pick in Mario Party? I pick Yoshi. I don't like anyone else. I always pick Yoshi. And yesterday, oh my god, it was between me and this other dude. We both had 3 stars, and I had 75 coins, and he had 77 coins. I lost by 2 coins, guys. 2 coins. I'm pissed. But yeah, if you're ever looking for like a party game or something to entertain your guests when you have people over, Mario Party is a really good one. Is a really good one. Also, I have gotten in touch with my aunt for the first time in 5 years. For those of you who know me, you know the story of my evil, wicked aunt, and how I lived with her when I was younger. Yeah, I got in touch with her. I texted her. I texted her, and it took me days to reply. Her text was like, "Hi, I haven't seen you in 5 years. Like, how are you now?" And it took me 5 days to reply to that text. I didn't know what to say. I figure, you know, I'll start off with the polite small talk first, and then I'll dive deep into the "you really fucked up my life when I was 14." topic. No, but I wanted to have a discussion with her. It's like, time to face all of the traumas that I had in life, I wanted to talk about, like, why did you treat me that way when I was younger, and I want to hear from her side of the story. So, we'll see how that goes. Good luck, Misa, you are so brave. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm tackling all of my childhood traumas one at a time. What if she sees this? Doesn't matter. Hit me up. She doesn't know my stream name though. But yeah, like, since I'm tackling every single trauma that I've had, might as well tackle this one too. Whatever. Hopefully she doesn't get defensive and shut down. That's what my grandmother usually does. Even if she does, at least I can say I tried, and at least I get my point across. That's fine. She can be defensive and shut down. Like, I'm not really expecting an apology. I just want to let her know this is how I feel. So if in the future we're awkward and have tension, it's because of this. Yeah, exactly. Healing our inner child step by step. What song? Talk That Talk. Right? Okay. Yes. Also, I wanted to mention, a lot of you guys sent me very, very wholesome messages over the new year. They are in my DMs. I have seen them, and I'm very touched, but also a little overwhelmed. Because the things that you guys mentioned, like, a lot of you said, you like the way I think. You like the way I think. And you like the way I talk about things on stream. And this is the kind of stuff that I've wanted to hear for the longest time. I wanted to hear somebody say to me, like, throughout my whole life, is like, oh, I like the way you see the world and how you see people. I like how you think. It's like words of validation I've always wanted to hear, but it's funny because I'm at a point in life where I give myself that validation first and foremost. Like, I don't need to hear it from anyone, but hearing from you guys is very touching. And as touching as it is, it also makes me feel like, it makes me think, is this how idols feel? Because I don't know how to, like, repay you guys. It's like you're complimenting me so much, and I don't know, like, how I can repay that appreciation. And you guys are probably gonna say, oh, you don't have to repay, but, like, I feel indebted almost. Okay, because growing up, I never got anything. Just smile and wave. Okay, growing up, I never got anything. Living with my mom, she was always a very transactional kind of person. Whenever she gave me something, she would always ask for something in return. Like, she would cut up a bowl of fruit for me, give it to me, and then she'd be like, oh yeah, I also have this government letter that I want you to translate for me at 7 years old. So no matter, like, what she did, like, I always knew that there was like a caveat. There was, like, something I had to do in return for it. So that's how I grew up, unfortunately. So that I was always afraid of people taking advantage of me. And then when they're nice to me and when they give me something special, or a gift, I would be a little suspicious. And I would think, okay, so I owe you now, right? Like, what do I have to do for you now? Right? It's so sad, isn't it? And I know I'm not supposed to think that way, but that's how I grew up. With people not being very kind to me. Yeah, exactly. Always have the feeling of having to return the favor. It's like, oh, you gave me this, you did this for me. What do you want in return? Okay, what do you want in return? So I am really hoping to get out of that mindset, but it is very difficult. It's very difficult. We appreciate your ideas, perspective and thought processes. So the best way to repay us is to continue to share that with us, whether that's on stream, Discord, or Twitter. And I will. I mean, but it's like, but there has to be something else, right? There has to be something more. Like, what's the catch? I feel like I think too narrowly, and the way your brain works opens up my mind to perspectives I never considered before. I love that. You know, I love challenging the norm and the status quo, making you think about things that you don't think about. Conversely, I like my opinion to be challenged too. I like when somebody tells me their opinion and it's the complete opposite, and I like to have a discussion about that. But yes, I really appreciate all the messages you guys sent me over the new year. I'm literally going to print out these messages and like stick them to my bulletin board, my happiness little corner. And yeah, slowly, I will try to work towards not seeing positive things as being transactional. You've changed more lives than you can ever know. That's surreal to me. That's surreal to me. That's surreal to me because, like, who am I? I'm just a random Twice fan. But yeah, it's taking me a while to reply. So please be patient. I just need to recover my social media first. Imagine every compliment we make gets paid $1. But it has to be truthful. It has to be truthful. The other part of me, when I receive these kind messages, the other part of me thinks, wow, that's very touching, but do you really know the real me? It's like you say you love the way I think, but do you really know the way I think? It's, you know, it's just like the devil's advocate in my head. It's just like always questioning every positive thing I receive. And I can't help but think, is this like how some idols might feel? It's like they get lots of love from their fans, and they get like tons of fan letters, but like, do they ever feel self-conscious? Do they ever feel like paranoid? And do they ever question like, yeah, I have lots of fans, but do they really know me? Or do they just appreciate the image that I showed to them? There's like a compliment jar when someone compliments you, you write that in a paper, and when you feel down, you grab one in a jar to remember the words they said to you. I don't have a jar, but I have a notes app. I have a notes app, and one of my pinned notes is it's called To Self. It's basically whenever I'm in a good mood, a happy mood, I will write a letter to myself. I'll be like, "Hey, Misa, dear Misa, who's in a bad mood right now," and I'll you know I'll remind myself of all the good things I have in life and all the good things about myself. And then when I'm in a bad mood, I'll go and read that. It works. It works. Probably if you show the real you on stream, it's not a question that would be raised. You're very real on your stream, so yeah. I am real on my streams, but a part of me is just like, but what if? What if? I mean, this is me, but, you know, what if? I mean, you haven't seen me be angry. You haven't seen me be impatient and cranky and absolutely intolerable and annoying. But it's just the devil's advocate in my little brain. And now getting all of these kind messages, it's really made me reflect on the way I grew up and how simply messed up it was growing up in a family like mine. It made me think about all the years that I spent living with my mom in a tiny apartment, and it was really suffocating. For many years, me and my mom both lived in the same room. We had our beds in the living room, and we rented out our bedroom to a tenant to make extra income. I basically had no privacy ever. Like at all times of the day, my mom would see what I'm doing, and like there was no private space at all. And so now when I get to have my own personal space, I really appreciate that. Yeah, just a lot of very rough things I went through growing up. You are more than a random Twice fan. You helped many onces be able to connect with Twice in ways we couldn't before. I am forever grateful you helped me get close to the girlies. Ooh. It's hard to think of myself that way. Even though I know the facts. But it's hard. We would still be there to support you if you ever show those sides to us. We're there for the good times and the bad times. Because I've never had people like you in my life growing up, it's very surreal. It's unbelievable to me that people like this exist out there. That so many of you exist out there when I had none of you guys growing up. So it's unbelievable. It's like I grew up believing that unicorns aren't real, and then suddenly you show me one. I'm like, they're real after all? Like, even though I can see it and touch it and smell it, I'm like, huh? Huh? Well, like Santa Claus, It's just it's unbelievable to me. Wait, do unicorns exist? They don't, right? I don't know. I actually don't know. We don't know for sure who the number one once is, but you are for sure top 3 minimum. Oh, that's subjective. I kind of had the same situation as you when I was growing up. I think it's a common situation for those who grow up in very low income kind of families. Just not having much privacy, not having your own bedroom, your parents relying on you, forcing you to become an adult too quickly. Yeah. Lower income children of immigrants. Yep, exactly. Happy New Year, Abby Abu. I haven't even asked my question of the day yet. I believe Scotland's national animal is a unicorn. Cap. Now your quality and quantity of translations and updates were elite. I won't deny that. Because I tried, right? There was 5 of us in one room and sleeping on like a mattress that's so tiny. Yeah, I can imagine that. Like I didn't have any siblings, but yeah, the experience was similar. Not only no privacy, but being a third parent. Exactly. Like you don't really get to be a kid. You're forced to grow up way sooner than you should. There was a point growing up I had 15 people in one house. It sucked. Preach, especially the oldest children. Yeah, I don't have any siblings, but I've heard a lot of stories about like being the oldest child and having to basically be a third parent to your younger siblings, and you're the one protecting them, you're the one teaching them. You don't get to be a kid yourself, and that manifests in a lot of issues growing up. I can relate to young Misa. You talked about how you have no privacy and live in the same room as your mom. Then I looked up to see my grandpa sleeping in his bed next to me while I'm on the futon watching stream. I think in Asian families it's a little more common, right? I still don't believe unicorns and you guys are real. It's also surreal because I've never actually seen most of you guys in person. You guys are just names in a chat box. I know how you look like, some of you look like, but like I never personally met some of you, so it's surreal. It's surreal. I'm definitely not a bot programmed by CIA to spy on you guys. That sounds exactly like what a bot programmed by CIA would say. I'm like the third parent, even though I'm not the oldest child taking care of kids I didn't even give birth to. That sucks, but build character, right? Yes, there's TwitchCon this year. I will be definitely going to that. No, it's like you guys have names and personalities, but at the same time, most of you are just still online presences. Until I see you in person as a 3D human being, I don't think I can fully believe that you guys are real. Unicorns were real, by the way, but not the way you think. Oh? Video chat? Oh. If you ever come back to Toronto and do a meetup, I'll be there. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know. We're all different seas of ChatGPT. Can you imagine if you guys were just all AI bots? I'd be so betrayed. So betrayed. Why aren't they just called horny horses, like those horny mushrooms? Right? Although I think unicorn has a better ring to it than horny horse. Do a February meetup while I'm in New York to see JYP. Oh, I'd rather not do meetups in the wintertime because it's just so cold. Better to do in the summer. They only have one horn, so they can't be horny. But one horn, you're already horny if you only have one horn. Like, how many horns does horniness constitute? There's an extinct horned horse-like mammal that lived in Siberia. Was it called a horny horse? One horn, horned. Two or more horns, horny. Who made up that rule? Yes, get well soon, Dahyun. How's the progress with buying an island? There has been no progress. An island costs... How much does an island cost? Let me see. How much does an island cost? Oh... Okay, so if you want a small island, it's about $1 million. So, I'm nowhere near that, unfortunately. But thankfully, the zombie apocalypse is not happening anytime soon either. We're shooting for a kitchen island. Just ask Mr. Beast. Any island sponsors in the chat? Alright, there's two other things I wanted to talk about today with you guys. One is my question of the day. Two is like a mini question, but not the question of the day. Narwhal whale looks like a unicorn, but in the ocean. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised with you know with horned beasts in the ocean, because haven't we like not explored 99% of the ocean yet? Yo, I don't even watch Mr. Beast's videos. He's crazy rich though. Paradise. Stalling the question? I'm just vibing to the song. Let's see which one I should ask first. Okay, I'll ask the question of the day first. Okay, this is the question of the day of the stream. There's a question of the day, and then there's like a mini side question. The question is, what kind of people do you want to surround yourself with? Like, what kind of people do you want to surround yourself with, ideally? This chat. Deep talk time. Yes, this is the deep talk segment. Ones who frequent Misayan's chat. Okay, so there are ones who frequents my chat, but what is their personality like? Short answer, people like myself. Ambiverts. People who get my sense of humor. I like that one. Toxic people? You want to surround yourself with toxic people? Easy. I'll hook you up. Let me know. For me, I want to surround myself with people who are like me, but with more life experience. I want to surround myself with people who are kind, creative, like to think. A little bit responsible, but not too responsible, not too mature. You know, they have to have a little dose of immaturity. I want people that are similar to me, but no more than me. People who are better than me. People who can build me up. People who I can learn from. People who I can have fun with and also learn from. People who reach for their goals, strive for their dreams. People who question the world around them and want to strive for more. People who don't give up easily. People who take care of themselves. Like I wanna learn from the people I surround myself with. Okay? People who help drive me towards my goals are mostly people who joke around like I do. Community-oriented people, people who take care of each other. I also want people who can make me laugh. People who can make me laugh, but also are responsible and who are more mature than me. Friends who are just slightly more mentally stable versions of myself. Yeah, it's a pretty good descriptor. People who are willing to be patient and understanding with me, generally similar views, but also can introduce me to new things or sides of myself that I didn't know was there before. I like that. I like that answer. People who like to have thoughtful conversations, ones that are there during good and bad times. They don't always know what to do or how to help, but will show up and make sure I have a meal and I'm okay. People who can call me out and make me laugh, but also teach me different perspectives in life, whether through their failures or successes. I like that answer as well. Hi, Onyx. Low maintenance people who you can literally talk to after months of not talking and still have that connection, who is also funny and has the same vibes as me, someone who makes me want to be the better version of myself. I have someone like that. I have people like that. They're mostly internet friends because we can't hang out in person and we can't always be in touch. So I have friends who I can. I had a friend who I just messaged the other day, and then she was like, "Oh, you finally replied after ghosting me for 6 months." She's joking, but she's one of my best friends, and yeah, sometimes we'll go like months without speaking, but then the moment we speak again, it's like instant connection. People with common sense. Okay. Mine is pretty basic. I want to surround myself with people who aren't buttholes and who aren't ignorant. I could probably add more specific things that I'm looking for, but those two would already be amazing. I like all of your answers. I think it's important to have some kind of standards when it comes to who you want to surround yourself with. I think it's not good if you just say, "Oh, anyone who wants to hang out with me." I used to be like that. Attracted a lot of toxics. Yo, you guys are gamblers. You guys are addicts. I think who you choose to surround yourself with is so important. Like, because no matter what, you will absorb certain traits from the people you're with, even if you don't realize it. So if you surround yourself with only toxic people, you're gonna become toxic just like them. Do you think those toxic people ever regret what they did to you? Yep. Those toxic people are living in guilt. And there's nothing they can do because they're too cowardly to apologize. I think at the minimum for friends, I want people who can respect and understand and relate with my mental health and life in general. Let me see who's in chat. And then being funny or really affectionate and kind and having similar hobbies is a bonus. I think for me, ideally, I would want to surround myself with people who, like someone mentioned, are community oriented. People who do more than just fill up space in a room. People who actually know things about you. People who I feel like truly care about you. Maybe partly because I was very deprived of that growing up. And also because I know I can offer that to anyone. Oh, if you describe your friend circle, then you are fortunate. You're lucky. No. Love foolish, yes. And the second question is not really. Let me think. I didn't think about how to phrase this question. Actually, let me ask a different question. Okay, now that you described who you want to surround yourself with, do you think you have that in your life? Or do you think you're still looking for that? I mean, for those of you who described your friend group, like, yes, clearly you have that in your life. I have those people, but it would be nice to have more. The patient understanding part of my answer is directly drawn to my poor eyesight, where I'm lucky enough to have a couple close friends who won't get upset at me for needing a bit of extra help for certain things. Ah. Rich friends. You just want rich friends, Ocelot? Not right now, but I'm not actively trying is the thing. I'm starting to have those people in my life. I'm starting to have those people in my life. And it really is dependent on how much work you put into it, to building your circle. Just my parents, sisters, grandpa, uncle, 3 friends IRL, and my girlfriends. Different online though. That's a lot of people already. You should just date your best friend, Arg. Some of my friends are what I have, but a few I know are struggling. I want to help them be where the rest of us are. Because I'm reaching a point in my life where I finally know who I am and what I want, who I want to surround myself with. It's kind of a complicated time. It's a complicated time because like now I finally have standards instead of just letting everyone in. So it's a little bit complicated because I don't want to let go of anyone. But I mean, at some point, the circle has to just gets too much. Gets too much. It doesn't feel like a lot in real life with the people I actually have to deal with. Sometimes I feel like a fish out of water. That kind of feeling. Do you guys ever feel that way? Fish out of water is an idiom used to refer to a person who is unfamiliar and often uncomfortable, who is in unfamiliar and often uncomfortable surroundings. Do you guys ever get the sense that you feel like a fish out of water? Yes, all the time. I always feel out of place. Always? All your life? Why? That's a lot more yes answers than I anticipated. A fish out of water. Idiom. A person who feels awkward or unhappy because they are in a situation that is not familiar or because they are different from the people around them. It's natural to feel like that. I'm turning 33 in 8 days. It's crazy how much growth I've had over the past 5 years. I know myself better than I could imagine my early 20s or teens. Hey, I'm glad. I'm happy for you. Because all my life, I felt like a fish out of water, but I didn't realize I was a fish out of water. I thought I was a fish who didn't know how to swim. And only recently did I realize that 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 I'm not even in the water. And I think that was when the self-acceptance really started. Or rather than a fish out of water, I guess I'm like a tree-loving monkey who's swimming in the water and I don't know how to swim. And what I want to do is I want to go back to the forest and climb into a tree somewhere. Sometimes I feel like that. Remember the last TTT you noted how Chaeyoung seemed comfortable wherever she was. That's my approach. I adjust as quickly as possible and find my balance wherever I am. I'm a pretty adjustable person too. Pretty adjustable, adaptable person. But at times I just think, man, I really wish I was in a tree right now and not in the ocean. I'm a worm on a fish pond. Okay, guys, what are all of you? If I'm a monkey just drowning in the ocean, what are you? Shincross is a worm on a fish pond. I mean, you can occasionally feel like a fish out of water with your own circle of friends. There will be existing differences between you and the people you know. We just need to be flexible. I don't usually feel out of place, maybe because I have this trait where I vibe with them, but when I go home, there's this feeling of, oh, I'm not one of them. Brotto's a horny horse. Good to know. I'm an ape stuck in Madagascar. A lifeguard. I get it. No, but see, I'm an ambitious monkey, okay? I both want to be in the trees and I both want to learn how to swim. Okay, so I'm willing to be in the ocean and waddle there. Because I want to learn how to swim. But the difference is, I always thought I was a fish growing up, and I was like, fuck, like, why can't I swim like the other fish? And then I realized I'm not a fish. I'm a monkey who likes to live in the trees. I think that was the important recognition. I was always beating myself up for being a fish who didn't know how to swim when I realized I wasn't a fish in the first place. Eventually I learned to swim, but even if I don't, it's fine. I'll go live in the trees. I'm a beautiful butterfly. That's sweet. Such an excellent metaphor. You know, one thing I'm really good at is coming up with analogies. I have such a hard time expressing a certain feeling or a certain situation sometimes, so I find an analogy, compared to an analogy, and I try to explain it in a way that some people might understand. A frog in an ocean. But frogs can swim, so you know what? It's not a bad deal. Why do you no longer think you are a fish? How did you realize you are a monkey? When I how did I realize I'm not a fish? When I realized that I bring something to the world that a fish doesn't. When I realized that I have my own worth and value, and that I don't need to perfectly swim in order to have worth and value. Is that everybody around me is a fish, so all I saw were fishes swimming. That's all I knew. That's all I knew, so I thought I had to do the same. And if I couldn't do it as well as them, it means I'm not good enough. I'm not talented, I'm not skilled, I'm something wrong with me. Then I realized. Then I kind of looked up and saw the bigger world and realized there was a whole forest out there, and there were other monkeys who looked just like me, and that I'm actually just stuck in an ocean. And even though my surroundings were just filled with fish, there's a whole other world out there. I just have to realize it and find my way back. The snail that'll kill you if I touch you. Yeah. Let's say I'm a penguin in the Amazon forest. I like that more. I'm a penguin in the Amazon forest, and I don't belong there, right? I don't belong there, but I'm ambitious, so I want to strive. I want to survive. So I make my own life hard, but it's what I want. A sloth who floats on water. You know what? I don't want to be a monkey. I want to be a penguin in the Amazon forest. Yeah, that's what I want. A polar bear in the desert. Yes, I'm a penguin waddling somewhere. And I should be with my other penguin friends in the Arctic? In Antarctica? Somewhere cold. In a fridge. But I'm not. I'm not in the fridge. But at least I know what I am. And I have a home somewhere. Even if it's not in the Amazon forest. That was the second question. Fredo. I did tell you guys it was going to be a shorter stream today. I need to go wash my bowl and get some ice cream. I always feel so bad putting this song on. Did you ever get the Stuff and Maple story? I have not yet. I'm probably gonna get it today or tomorrow. It's gonna be a strawberry waffle ice cream sandwich. Ew, eat the ice cream with the ramen broth? No. Thanks for streaming, Misa. Happy to see you doing well in the new year. Please rest and recharge your social battery. Wishing you a wonderful night. That was the second question. Do you ever feel like a fish out of water? That was the second question. Monsters. The monster is inside Dubu right now. No. Thanks for streaming today. Our first Misa stream of the year. Looking forward to see you next time. I hope you can recharge your social batteries. Okay, I just have to sleep. Just have to sleep. Awoo. Thank you for coming, Kirby. Away. Get well soon, Dahyun. It's funny because sometimes as a streamer, I think, is this how idols feel? Like are some overlapping aspects that are similar. For example, the feeling of not being able to repay your appreciation. That I feel like idols have definitely felt before. Thank you for streaming today. Just a few more months to reach the first year of streaming. Hope you have a great year this 2023. Next stream or the stream after, I definitely want to react to Cheer Up, the music video, and I want to take you guys with me along on a trip down memory lane. The parasocial relationship is real. The appreciation is us repaying you, and besides, life doesn't have to be so transactional. I'm learning that. See, I had to believe life was transactional growing up to survive in my environment. But see, now that everything's changed, I have to constantly remind myself, hey, like, you're not the same person that you were when you were 7. Same with when I get like compliments that's hard for me to believe. Because I put myself back into the mentality of when I was 7 or like 13. But I have to remind myself, no, you're different now. You're different now. You're not that person anymore. Ooh, woo. Ooh, woo. Thank you for the cheer,
Cheers to a
Infinite.
new year with Misa.
With Misa. Thank you. You transact with us. We just gamble, so don't. Okay. Yeah, I'm built different now. I'm built diff. I glowed up in the brain and everywhere else. Get well soon, Daniel. Misa has a lifetime free whatever coupon with us. No transactions necessary. That's not true. That's not true. Listen, if one day I just hopped on stream and I haven't showered or brushed my hair and I have like snot coming out of my nose and like dry drool on my face, would you like to watch that? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay? Okay? No, you wouldn't. Are you crazy? No. Why not? That would be content. Content for maybe like 5 minutes, and then you probably wouldn't want to be here for much longer. Jokes on you were into that? Jokes on me indeed. No. I have too much dignity to show up on stream that way. No. I have too much self-respect, okay? That's gonna be on the internet forever if I ever do it. Hygiene stream or lack of hygiene stream, unhygienic stream. You can see like the flies buzzing around me, just circling my head because I haven't showered. We ain't here for the looks, we're here for the community you built. It's the devil advocate in me saying once again, what about this though? What about this? We're here for your good times and bad times, but mostly good times. Mostly good times. It seemed like a good stream to watch. No. 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 Well, donate more money so you can clean yourself off. I'm just like burping and eating like a cheese pizza. Like, sup, guys? This whole community is like covered in filth too. I'm not contemplating. I'm not. You guys have strange standards, though. Just saying. Okay, guys, have a good Tuesday and Wednesday. Remember, I'm gonna ask you on Wednesday what you guys did the last 2 days, and I'm gonna want a spicy answer. I clearly awakened something in chat. Good night, everybody. Bye. See you on Wednesday.